Good morning once again, and welcome to the Haven Financial Group radio show. Thanks for listening. Feel free to give us a call in regards to any of these retirement topics, 612-504-8400, or visit us online at havenfinancialgroup.com. When I say any of these retirement topics, we do the estate planning. We have good estate planning attorney partners, Carrie, Anna, and Keith. Lance, our CPA, tax planning, Medicare, long-term care, wealth management, investments, and the list goes on. Do you have all these retirement puzzle pieces? Do you have all the pieces to the puzzle? Or don't you know? Question mark, which is what a lot of people have. We can help you out, and we can help answer those questions. And I think that's the most fulfilling part of what we do at Haven Financial Group.
Absolutely. We have Lance Larson with us. He's a CPA there at Haven Financial Group. He's also a dad. A dad who's getting ready to send your first. Is that right?
Yep. My oldest graduated high school this year and will be going off to college in the fall now.
Yeah. When we were in the break, Lance said, I know all too well about this next topic. And I know Larry does. I certainly do. College is one of the most expensive things that we parents get involved with when it comes to our kids. There's no two ways about that. And, my kids have been out of school. My youngest has been out for 2 years. My oldest has been out for 5. And already I see the expense of college going up just that much more since my two have been in school. So this is something that you want to start early, and you want to get a real clear plan on how to go about it. And if you're a grandparent out there and you want to get involved, you want to speak to these kids, you want to speak to your children, maybe the parents of these kids, and everybody sort of work together. So I guess the first piece of advice, guys, would be start early.
Exactly. When you start early, especially for the kids putting money away, that gives you a lot of time, and we have that power of compounding interest. And then when these investments are happening, the market is going to have the volatility. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. But over time, we can weather those peaks and valleys of the market right there. And then it also just kind of helps reduce the financial stress, knowing that you've had this amount building up and it's going to be there when college actually comes.
Sure. One of the big mistakes I think parents make is they think, well, gosh, you're looking at this newborn there at the hospital. I've got a full 18 years to get to, a saving for college, right?
Yeah, sure. As my wife and I have a 24-year-old, 22, and 19, one med school, college, this and that. So, and then they turn that age overnight, as I'm sure many listeners can attest to. Like any investing or planning, start right now, whether it's a little bit and just work its way up. Again, that power of compound interest is very powerful. And, we're speaking to parents and grandparents here as far as saving for college, which in no way are we advocating that kids or the parents or grandparents should pay for all of college. No, if you have the ability to do that, great. But we don't want people to drain their retirement and at the expense of college. So if you can help, if you can plan for it, great. Even my wife and I, for the longest time, we still have a difference of opinion. Imagine that, a marriage with a difference of opinion. Imagine that, where she's like, well, we should pay for all their college. Well, I did my 4-year at Bethel College, and back in the day, my parents didn't pay for all my college, and I'm glad I had skin in the game. And so I'm a big believer of having skin in the game. If you can pay for it, great, but this is not advocating that you should or shouldn't. It's, hey, if you have the ability to plan in advance, you're going to be well served to help cover those costs, or at least some of those costs, when that happens. So I just wanted to point that out.
Absolutely. Lance, let me ask you a little bit about 529s. I don't know if you have been involved in that, and certainly that's your personal business, but how do you feel about them? And is this something that you suggest to some of your clients?
So 529 plans are a great investment vehicle for education purposes. For the longest time, the 529 plan money was supposed to only be used for education expenses. And then once the kid was done, sure, you could change the beneficiary from the oldest to the next one, to another family member that's going to go, but it still all had to be used for education expenses. Otherwise, you'd be hit with the earnings as income plus a penalty on your tax return for that. With the Secure Act 2.0, there's a new provision in there that allows the 529 plans to now be converted into a Roth account. So now we don't just have to worry about, okay, now that my oldest is done, now I have to use the excess money to my number two, or now that all my kids are done, now do I have nieces, nephews, hold on to this for a new grandkid, years later? We don't have to worry about that. We can actually do conversions on there and get it over to a Roth account for the kids right there. It's also great because there's virtually no limit to how much you can put into a 529 plan. For parents and grandparents, we have a gifting limit, and this is just across all tax, forgetting the word right there. We have a limit just for life, for every tax year, about $19,000 right now, and for everything. So grandparents, what they can do is give that up to $19,000 in 1 year, but they also have a provision where they can front load and do 5 years worth of gifting into a 529 plan. So they can put $95,000 in 1 year into a 529 plan, versus if they wanted to use a Roth IRA, well, now we have problems there because the kid has to have earned income to have a Roth account in his name.
Sure.
They have called UGMA or UTMA accounts, Uniform Gift for the Minors Act, or I'm blanking on the other one, the title of that one. But these are accounts that are set up for kids, that the kids own it. Yes, there's no limit to put on that one, but then on the backside, then if there's investment income that's giving dividends, interest, any type of capital gains, now we have tax problems there where we have kiddie tax that's going to be going on.
Right.
And so when you ask the original question, is like the 529 plan, is that my favorite one? For education purposes, yes. But again, it's not the only one, because you can do things with Roth accounts, especially for the teenagers that are going out and getting their summer jobs, working part-time during the school year.
Sure.
And then the other ones for younger kids, birthday gift money.
Sure.
Yep. Instead of having the kids go out and go buy a candy bar with it, and just put it into a savings account for them and let that thing grow.
Sure, absolutely. That sounds great. I know in the past, Larry, we've talked about the idea that there are even life insurance plans now that you can save for college and use them however you need to.
Yeah, there's many different ways, and we want to talk through all the different avenues that we can look at. And that's why it's important to set up some very clear goals, have conversations, start early, encourage those grandparents and relatives to contribute. I've heard it a few times over the years where clients of mine, we give our kids and grandkids or nieces and nephews, rather than give them something that they won't remember what they got a week from now or 2 weeks from now, we just put money and contribute to their college savings plans. I thought it's a great idea. It makes a lot of sense. Consider the tax liabilities that go with each one of these. Is it flexible? The 529s are more flexible. We like the Roth IRAs because if you don't use it for education, it can be great for retirement planning. It can have a dual purpose. So we really like the Roths for that as well. But because we really work with those planning for retirement, please don't jeopardize your retirement years at the expense of hoping to pay for all of your kids or grandkids' college costs. Please don't do that. And unfortunately, just this last week, I had a couple that there's some younger kids, or maybe not even younger kids, that maybe like to play video games or do other things. They didn't want to get off the couch. And this couple, unfortunately, pretty much went through all of their retirement savings, enabling the adult kids. And unfortunately, their retirement is going to pay for it. I hate to see that. Don't let it happen.
Right.
Again, have a plan. Everybody's plan is not going to look the same, but start somewhere to get somewhere.
Absolutely. This is just one of the many areas that the experts at Haven Financial Group can help you with. If you are, a young parent and you're looking to start a college savings and you're looking for some advice, you can meet with the folks at Haven Financial Group and they can talk to you, and they can talk to you about putting a long-term plan in effect at that very moment for retirement in the years yet to come. So, give them a call, folks. It is 612-504-8400. 612-504-8400. Give them a call today. Be sure you go to their website as well. It's havenfinancialgroup.com, and take a look at some of those educational seminars that are coming up as the summer continues to progress. They're open to anyone, and you just need to sign up. You don't have to be a client, but they do like to get a head count. So again, that's havenfinancialgroup.com. Lance, great to see you like always.
Thank you, Kim. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. It's great to have you. And Larry, it was fun to be with you.
Kim, I look forward to next week. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week.